Fate obeys thought. This audiobook unveils how. As you listen, you'll see the invisible thread that binds your inner world to your outer reality. Align your thoughts with purpose, and destiny itself will answer. Fate obeys thought. Introduction. You now enter a realm where fate bends, not to chance, but to the quiet majesty of thought. Life is no rigid script etched in stone. It is a living tapestry, its threads waiting to be guided by the vibrations you release. Each thought is a command, each intention a brushstroke upon the unseen canvas of destiny. The mind within you is not a mere vessel of passing notions. It is the hidden architect of worlds. When attuned to the eternal laws of creation, it transforms the invisible into form, weaving fortune, love, and abundance from the ether. The whispers of doubt and limitation are but shadows. You are called to dissolve them, to remember the truth that has always been yours. This is no denial of the human struggle, but an invitation to alchemy, to transmute uncertainty into clarity, heaviness into light, and wandering into divine alignment. As you bring your thoughts into harmony with purpose, the universe responds in kind, delivering streams of providence so perfect they seem miraculous. The path before you is ancient yet ever new. With each daily practice, each conscious seed of thought sown, you step into the footsteps of sages who knew this law. Fate obeys thought. The chapters that await are gateways, parables and mysteries designed to awaken your spirit. Beyond them lies the life you were meant to claim, drawn to you as effortlessly as rivers to the sea. Welcome, seeker, your journey begins. But before we begin, please hit the like button and let me know where in the world you're watching from today. It's always fascinating seeing who's joining us from around the world. Part 1. The Awakening of Luck. Chapter 1. The Invisible Thread. In a town where time drifted softly, Walter began noticing serendipity's gentle touch on his daily life. Unhurried rain halting just as he stepped outside, a stranger purchasing his morning coffee, or vital information arriving precisely when needed. Initially, he dismissed these as mere whims of fortune. I might have to start carrying a lucky charm, Walter chuckled to a friend one afternoon. But it was not a charm that wove these moments. Rather, Walter's reflections revealed a pattern. On days, he awoke filled with purpose. His steps seemed guided by an unseen hand. Was there a link, he wondered, between the clarity of his intent and the circumstances that followed? Within the recesses of the subconscious, it dawned on Walter, thoughts were threads, invisible yet potent. They stitched the intention to manifest with agile precision. This can't just be coincidence, he mused, pondering the unseen fabric connecting his inward focus to outward abundance. Similarly, Mabel discovered the delicate power of belief through the story of a patch of daisies. Her garden, a constant bloom of beauty, had always been nurtured with love. Yet one season, her efforts seemed in vain. Frustration clouded her vision. It's no use, these flowers just won't thrive, Mabel lamented. But guided by an old gardener's wisdom, she altered her focus, believing anew in her garden's potential. Her touch returned to its gentleness. Slowly, vitality crept back into her garden. The daisies flourished, echoing her renewed mindset. The garden flourishes as Mabel realizes the subtle sway of her inner narrative. As Walter and Mabel show, small shifts in belief, like a ripple upon a still pond, transform reality. What dreams whispered in your mind go unseen. yet they mold your horizon day by day. The essence of this teaching lies in the awareness of the mind's subtle influence over external circumstances, a powerful force that, once harnessed, holds the key to directing life's course. Consider starting a daily ritual. Each dawn, close your eyes and envision threads weaving your intentions into reality's tapestry. Cultivate vivid images of the life you desire, each one strengthening the nuanced awareness of this invisible connection. With each visual thread you lay, watch as your path aligns, inviting fortuitous events that unfold with grace. And in this practice you nurture the seeds of awareness, drawing luck and abundance into your orbit, as Walter and Mabel discovered in their worlds. Chapter 2. The Mirror of Mind. Eleanor stands before a canvas, paints in hand, yet hesitates. Despite her skills, the picture refuses to take form, locked in a labyrinth of her own making. In Eleanor's mind, creativity seems bound by invisible chains. She confronts a scene that refuses change, mirroring an internal struggle. It's as if the brush rebels, she admits, tracing a reluctant stroke. Yet beneath the surface of frustration lies a deeper truth, echoing not only her mood, but belief in her capabilities. You reflect on how the world reflects inner turmoil. Eleanor faces a truth known by many. The mind constructs its own barriers, often reflected in what we perceive as immovable reality. Consider Chester, a man deeply entrenched in a routine devoid of joy. Each day mirrored the last, oppressive and monotonous. Co-workers noticed Chester's reluctance to smile, and soon mundane echoed back to him. But Chester, weary of the sameness, recalled a simple act, altering internal chatter. He decided to tell himself, "Today, anything can happen," before work every day. Words initially felt hollow, but with the repetition, they grew roots. Gradually, Chester's days unfolded differently. Opportunities emerged, not born of chance, but change within. His cheerful greeting greeted cheer in return. He realized, like Eleanor's canvas, life reflects our mental narrative. His world transformed from gray to vibrant merely by changing internal dialogue. This profound realization reveals the mind's reflective nature. Our emotions and beliefs mirrored in the world's response. To manifest desires, self-awareness becomes crucial. Aligning emotions with intent heralds transformation, much like Eleanor's paint cascades into a masterpiece when she shifts focus inward. What she once perceived as a block now reveals itself as a guide to introspection. Now your journey beckons. Engage in mindful journaling, a practice of discovery. Reflect upon daily experiences, noting feelings and circumstances that limit. Identify beliefs shaping these reflections, like Eleanor and Chester unraveled their barriers. Each penned word becomes a thread linking consciousness with the reality you choose to create. As you journal, seek patterns and shift limiting perceptions. You'll find that, like Chester's, internal shifts prompt external change. This exercise engages the profound practice of aligning one's internal landscape with desired outcomes. Through mindful reflection and emotional awareness, you invite fortune and mastery into your life's canvas, painting the world as you wish to see it. In writing, uncover truths etched within, guiding you toward abundance and fulfillment. Like Eleanor redefining her art, you can reshape what reflects from within to without. Chapter 3. The Seed of Intention. Imagine for a moment, dear seeker, Harold's quiet garden. Each morning, he kneels, hands sinking into the rich, loamy soil. With precision and care, he places seeds, envisioning vibrant blooms in his mind's eye. It is here, in this humble sanctuary, Harold contemplates the unseen force that births life from the tiniest kernel, a metaphor for the power of your own clear intentions. Patience, Harold whispers to the earth, his voice almost lost in the gentle rustle of leaves. He knows that these seeds will not yield to impatience. Each offers a promise, much like the intentions you sow in the fertile ground of your mind. Given time and belief, they transform into abundance. Now pivot to Agnes, who moves with a graceful determination through her life, each step deliberate. She, too, understands the garden's language. Years ago, Agnes viewed success as an elusive guest. Yet, over time, she has learned the art of tending invisible seeds of intention, employing both faith and patience. Graced with clarity, she places her desires into the universal soil, knowing growth sprouts unseen and manifests with unwavering belief and consistent action. Agnes occasionally faces moments of doubt, her resolve tested by the appearance of bleak winters. But she, undeterred, understands the season's shift. Her heart remains steadfast, her focus sharp as a scythe. The bloom will come, she assures herself, nurturing her intentions with persistent care. Together, Harold and Agnes illustrate the journey of nurturing intentions with clarity and tenacity. Through their stories, you come to understand how planting seeds with conviction and nourishing them with faith leads to the harvest of your desires. As the chapter turns, consider the ground upon which you tread. What dreams rest dormant, awaiting your attention? Envision clearly, for the seeds of your intentions yearn for clarity and the guiding light of your focus. To aid you on this path, attempt a practice. Choose a quiet moment. Settle into the stillness of your soul. Close your eyes and see yourself in a garden, placing a seed of intention into the earth. Visualize it growing, fed by your belief, watered by your actions. Feel the joy of its fulfillment as if it were already true. With this practice, you plant your own seeds of luck and success, inviting the universe to cultivate your dreams into reality. Chapter 4. The Dance of Energy. In the quiet stillness of dawn, Clarence stands at the shore, where the ocean meets the sky in an endless embrace. He watches the waves dance, each rise and fall mirroring the ebb and flow of his thoughts and emotions. As he breathes in the salt-laden air, a revelation dawns upon him. Life, much like the tides, is a symphony of energies, each note responding to the invisible rhythm of his own emotional state. Strange, Clarence muses aloud, his voice carried away by the wind. It's like the world bends and sways to my heart's tune. Is it not true, dear seeker, that your emotional vibrations act like a magnet, drawing to you experiences that echo your innermost feelings? When Clarence fills his day with gratitude and joy, opportunities seemingly spring from the ground like flowers in bloom. Yet when shadows of doubt veil his heart, the path ahead seems fraught with barriers. Consider Beatrice, who once found herself ensnared in a web of fear, a self-made prison, binding her to scarcity and despair. Her days were cast in gray, until the moment she chose to step beyond her comfort zone, embracing joy as an ally. Gradually, the chains of fear rusted away, replaced by laughter and belief, her world transforming as if by magic. I let joy take the lead, Beatrice confides, a radiant smile lighting her face. Turns out, it knows all the steps I'd forgotten. Their journeys illuminate the truth. Emotion is destiny's compass. With every positive feeling, you align closer to the universe's abundant flow, inviting luck and illumination into your life. To weave luck into the tapestry of your daily existence, begin with an emotional tuning meditation. Envision it as a vital ritual, drawing wisdom from deep within your spirit. Find a peaceful space where tranquility reigns. Close your eyes and breathe deeply, grounding yourself in the present moment. As your breath steadies, direct your focus inward, scanning your emotional landscape. Gently acknowledge each feeling without judgment, allowing it to pass like clouds in the sky. Now call forth an emotion that fills you with warmth, joy, or gratitude. Let it illuminate every corner of your being, its vibrations expanding outward, harmonizing with the vast universe. Hold this sensation, feeling its power to uplift, transform, and attract auspicious energies. As you conclude, carry this elevated state with you, embracing the dance of life with renewed vigor and grace. Your journey, like Clarence's and Beatrice's, is yours to shape with the subtle art of emotional alignment. Chapter 5, The Power of Belief. Mildred stands at a crossroads, her life a patchwork of missed chances and unfulfilled dreams. Each thread of her past weaves a tapestry of self-doubt and fear, obscuring the vibrant possibilities that once danced in her eyes. Her heart, however, harbors a quiet resolve, whispering of a different path, one where values and beliefs no longer imprison her, but set her free. One day, amidst the dulcet tones of dawn, Mildred makes a decision. What if I could change it all with just a thought? She wonders, voice barely a murmur. In her quest, Mildred discovers a truth. Beliefs, those silent architects of her reality, shape the very fabric of existence. The world, she realizes, is nothing more than a reflection of the subconscious convictions held within. By rewriting these beliefs, she could weave new patterns rich with opportunity and abundance. Consider Leonard, whose story echoes the potential for transformation. A man once defined by his failures, Leonard believed success was for others. Yet faced with the dull ache of dissatisfaction, he chose to unravel the threads of his own disbelief. I changed the way I spoke to myself, Leonard shares with a knowing smile. Each doubt replaced with words of empowerment. And so, step by step, Leonard pioneered a path to success, his internal dialogue shifting like the gentle turn of the seasons. The mental landscape, once barren, flourished with the seeds of possibility planted through his affirmations. You too, seeker, possess the power to reshape your destiny. The teachings implore you into the subconscious, to seek and transform the limiting beliefs that bind you. For in doing so, the veil of illusion shrouding your dreams will lift, revealing a vibrant horizon of opportunities waiting to be grasped. To embark upon this journey of transformation, engage in the belief revision exercise. Settle into a moment of quiet contemplation, allowing the outside world to fall away. In this sanctuary, reflect upon the beliefs that govern your perception and outcomes. Notice the ones that bind you, restrict you, whisper of limitation rather than possibility. Gently, choose one and hold it in the light of your awareness. In its place, create an empowering affirmation, one that speaks of your true potential and worth. Allow this affirmation to resonate within you, like a pebble cast into the still waters of your mind, sending ripples of change through your every thought and action. Let this practice become your daily ritual until belief aligns with your heart's deepest desire, and the universe conspires to bring forth the reality you seek. Chapter 6, The Law of Correspondence. In the gentle silence of dawn, you find yourself at the edge of revelation. Stanley, much like you, navigates the labyrinth of life, searching for the elusive connection between his inner landscape and the unfolding reality. His journey begins on a day like any other, his thoughts a tangled web of discontent. "I've tried everything to change my life," Stanley confides, a weary sigh escaping his lips. Each effort yields only fleeting results, external changes that crumble without lasting consequence. It isn't until he meets a humble gardener, tending to his vibrant plants, that Stanley begins to perceive a profound truth. The gardener, hands soil-stained and heart open, offers Stanley a simple yet profound lesson. Before the blooms appear, the roots must be strong and nourished, he explains, gesturing towards the thriving greenery. In these words, Stanley recognizes a mirrored wisdom. Inner harmony cultivates an outer paradise. By nurturing his own spirit, the world around him begins to reflect the balance within. Change the roots, change the reality, simple, profound, unseen, yet so very real. Your journey mirrors Stanley's as you seek to cultivate that which lies within. Harmony is a gentle demeanor, an internal melody, resonating with the universe's rhythms. In achieving this accord, you unlock the divine alchemy that shapes fate's canvas. Turning to Dorothy, a tale of self-healing unfolds. Burdened by fractured relationships, Dorothy chooses not blame, but introspection. "The disharmony lay within me," she acknowledges, her heart softening with understanding. "The moment I began to heal my wounds, my relationships transformed," Dorothy reflects, her voice a gentle stream of insight. Through the process of self-awareness, she aligns with compassion. Such alignment mends the unraveling edges of her world like light filtering through a cloudy sky, casting away shadows and inviting life to bloom anew. So, dear seeker, your path becomes clear. Dive deep within, root your desire in the fertile soil of inner peace. By harmonizing your inner symphony, the external world naturally mirrors that celestial tune, harmonizing in turn. Now embrace this practice. Find a quiet space where distractions fall away. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply and gently turn inward. Focus on the threads of your heart, weaving intention with each breath. Envision your inner landscape in perfect accord. Let this peace permeate you, drawing outward, shaping the world anew. Through this self-reflective meditation, align your aspirations with the universe's embrace, inviting luck and harmony to transform your life. Chapter 7, The Art of Allowing. Eugene walks a path that mirrors the timeless struggle of holding too tightly to desired outcomes. His story unfolds against this backdrop, revealing a profound discovery, a surrender not of desires, but of resistance. One day, as he watches the silver river near his home, he notices how effortlessly the water embraces every bend, every obstacle, without faltering in its journey to the sea. "I've been fighting the current," Eugene reflects, humbled by the river's grace. In this revelation, he sees how his resistance has been a dam, trapping the natural flow of luck and abundance. "Perhaps it's time to trust the river," he muses, an elegant truth dawning upon him. This epiphany, simple yet transformative, shifts Eugene's approach to life. By loosening his grip on control, he allows the universe to weave its own tapestry, rich and intricate, aligned with his deepest intentions. It's then his world opens, echoing the newfound freedom of his spirit. Enter Hazel's tale, a story of patience born through adversity. As she stands before a barren garden, Hope faltering, she realizes the power not in forceful action, but in graceful acceptance. Hazel nurtures her garden and then steps back, letting the sun, the rain, and time weave their magic. She learns to wait, to trust that the seeds she's planted will unfurl in their own perfect time. The waiting taught me to see beauty in the unfolding, Hazel shares, a gentle smile illuminating her face. Her garden, once barren, flourishes, each blooming a testament to the art of letting go. Through Eugene and Hazel's journeys, you understand the essence of surrender as a dance, one where intention sets the rhythm, while trust carries the melody. This dance invites you to step back, releasing the need to control every beat of your destiny, allowing your life to blossom in the divine timing of the universe. Consider the concept of surrender not as abandonment of dreams, but as an embrace of faith. The universe invites you to participate in this sacred dance, trusting that what is meant for you will find its way. To embody this wisdom, engage in a letting go meditation. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and imagine handing your burdens to the gentle current of a river, watching them drift away. Feel the freedom, the lightness of releasing control. Trust the river, trust the unfolding, and witness luck flowing smoothly into your life with ease and grace. Chapter 8, The Magnet of Gratitude. Florence strolls through a garden bathed in golden light. Each flower, each leaf seems to whisper secrets of abundance. Her heart, too often weighed down by what she deems missing, finds a strange peace here. It's in this tranquility that she stumbles upon a realization. Gratitude is not simply a nicety, but a potent force, a magnetic pull, drawing good fortune closer with every heartfelt appreciation. As she pauses to admire the vibrant hues surrounding her, a thought takes root. What if I cherished what's here right now? She ponders. The garden, in all its glory, becomes a mirror of her own life, waiting for her to notice its bounteous offerings. In the days that follow, Florence begins to consciously cultivate gratitude. Each morning, before the sun peeks over the horizon, she creates a ritual. With pen in hand and heart open, she writes. Simple moments, a gentle breeze, the warmth of her morning tea, the smile of a stranger, fill her chapters. Each entry draws her focus from the shadows of lack to the light of abundance. This is my bounty, she thinks, watching her world transform from muted grays to vivid colors. Then there's Albert, a man whose life seemed wrapped in perpetual struggle, until one fateful meeting with an old friend sparked a revelation. Start with gratitude, the friend advised, offering a journal bound in soft leather. Though skeptical, Albert gave it a try. Each evening he inscribed 3 things he appreciated. Slowly, imperceptibly at first, his world began to shift. Opportunities, once elusive, found their way to him. Is it truly this simple? He wonders, yet the evidence grows undeniable with each passing day. You too are invited to embark on this journey. Start your own gratitude journal, letting each word and each feeling reshape your reality. As you write, let appreciation pour through you, like the river through Eugene's fingers. Watch as your focus transitions from scarcity to wealth, from doubt to certainty. With each expression of gratitude, you're planting seeds of luck, yet to blossom. So with the pen poised and heart unburdened, consider what goodness already threads through your life, awaiting acknowledgement. By giving thanks, you awaken to the symphony of life, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. Embrace this practice. and like Florence and Albert, unlock the fortuitous dance that gratitude invites into your existence. Chapter 9. The Blueprint of Desire. You find yourself at a crossroads, much like Ralph, a man who, until recently, drifted through life with vague hopes and dreams. Ralph discovers that the gap between wishing and receiving lies not in the universe's willingness, but in our clarity. As he wanders the path of his thoughts, foggy visions cloud his mind, dispersing only when he commits to defining his desires with precision. Ralph begins by reflecting upon his heart's true yearnings. What is it that I truly wish to create? He asks himself, understanding that dreams unshaped lack the potential to solidify. His search is a journey into the depths of himself, where fleeting wants transform into specific goals edged with intention. Emotions, vibrant and raw, color these desires. Each longing burns with an intensity that sketches the blueprints in the ether. Ralph senses the shift, a magnetic pull syncing with his newly crafted visions. This is the key, he realizes, to infuse each dream with the fire of emotion. And then there's Edna, a figure whose path intertwines with Ralph's. She once floated aimlessly, her goals unfocused like whispers lost in the wind, until one day she began to paint her dreams in vivid strokes, each wish detailed, each feeling amplified. In her mind's eye, she sees the contours of her future, a life rich in texture and hue. Her clarity births her reality, swift like a seed breaking into bloom beneath the sun. As Ralph observes Edna's transformation, he grasps a fundamental truth. Specificity breeds manifestation. The power lies in the details, in those nuances of desire often overlooked. It is here, in the intricacy of visualization, that reality finds its roots. You too stand poised to channel these insights. As you close your eyes, create a mental tapestry. See not just the outcome, but dive into the senses. What does it look like, sound like, feel like to live this dream? Picture every facet, each moment, saturated with the colors of your truest desires. To anchor this practice, dedicate time each day to detailed visualization. Let each session become a journey where desires transform into structured blueprints, rich with emotion and clarity. Embrace this exercise as a sacred ritual for mapping your destiny, knowing that specificity, coupled with the fire of belief and emotion, calls forth the reality you wish to experience. Chapter 10. The Flow of Synchronicity. You walk alongside Milton, a man whose life feels like a jigsaw puzzle missing vital pieces. Until one day, while perusing a crowded street, something unusual captures his attention, a crimson scarf fluttering in the breeze. Drawn to it inexplicably, he follows its path as if guided by invisible hands. With each step, Milton finds himself amidst a series of unexpected encounters and opportunities, each synchronizing seamlessly, as though orchestrated by a hidden conductor. Curiosity piqued, Milton began noticing these serendipitous signs more often. The universe, it seems, whispers to him through everyday coincidences. Could this be the language of luck? He wonders. He realizes these synchronicities aren't mere random events, they're messages, gentle nudges steering him toward paths he might never have considered. Lillian, another seeker in this tale, trusts these whispering winds. Her experiences mirror Milton's, a book falling open at the exact page she needs, a familiar face appearing just as a decision looms. Unlike Milton, though, Lillian embraces these signs wholeheartedly, trusting their guidance. These are my compass, she believes, a testament to her faith in the unseen forces directing her course. Observing Lillian, you see a subtle transformation. Her life, once shrouded in doubt, now unfurls with confidence, each synchrony a confirmation. What signs might you be missing? You may ask yourself, uncovering opportunities disguised as coincidences. As you ponder, envision yourself adopting a practice of mindful awareness. Every day becomes a canvas for discoveries, requiring only the willingness to see, to weave these signs into the fabric of your journey. Open to the flow and surprises along the way, you perceive a dance of energies guiding, aligning events for your benefit. Now, as you stand with Milton and Lillian, let this wisdom permeate your being. To act upon synchronicities is to trust the language of the cosmos, a language that speaks to those who listen and believe. Embrace the art of seeing beyond the surface, where luck thrives in unexpected places. Thus, you embark on a practice to cultivate this awareness, attuned to the rhythm of life's unseen currents, ready to seize the fortuitous gifts the universe places upon your path. Engage with the world each day, a seeker of signs, and watch as the universe conspires with you, its secrets waiting to be unveiled, fortunes eager to be grasped. Part 2, Mastering the Mind's Power. Chapter 11, The Guardian of Thought. Chester stands amidst the bustle of his daily life, not as a passive participant, but as a guardian of his thoughts. It's a subtle art he's developed, an unseen vigilance over the terrain of his mind. There, amidst the constant hum of the world, Chester knows that his thoughts are seeds, each with the potential to sprout into the reality around him. Guard your mental garden, he reminds himself, aware of the invasive vines of negativity that threaten its rich soil. He recognizes how easily one stray thought, one unfocused moment, can sow seeds of doubt and fear, growing like weeds over the landscape of his dreams. Chester begins each day with clarity, focusing on this internal environment. I choose what resides here, he affirms, cultivating a mental terrain lush with positivity and purpose. His dedication becomes a quiet revolution, transforming his reality bit by bit. Mabel's journey runs parallel, a story of renewal and rebirth. She finds herself in a difficult place, burdened by a mind cluttered with obsolete beliefs, hand-me-downs from a life lived unconsciously. With resolve akin to Chester's, Mabel embarks on her path to cleanse this space. No more toxic echoes, she decides, initiating a process of mindful release. With each intentional exhalation, ancient fears and doubts lose their grip, leaving room for fresh, harmonious energies. Through these twin tales of Chester and Mabel, you find the profound simplicity of mental discipline. In the gentle tending of thoughts lies the power to steer one's destiny toward fortuitous avenues. As you journey through this wisdom, you discover that luck isn't an external gift, but an internal construct shaped by conscious thought. And now you too can embark on this vigilant path. Begin today by monitoring your thoughts, observing them as they rise and fall like waves upon an ocean. Notice their patterns, attune to the subtle shifts, and gently redirect any that do not serve your highest vision for yourself. Practice this not with harsh judgment, but with compassionate awareness. This act of mindful reclamation is your gateway, a practice that holds the transformative potential to align your mind with the harmonious flow of luck. Keep a journal of your mental landscape, noting the shifts and breakthroughs. As these thoughts evolve, so too shall the world you inhabit, a world resplendent with the synchronistic dance of fortune and fulfillment, guided by the dynamic currents of your own consciousness. At Chapter 12, The Alchemy of Affirmation. Imagine Harold, a noble steward of his thoughts, standing at the cusp of a profound realization. He perceives the power hidden within the echoes of his mind, ready to be harnessed. "My words mold my world," Harold discovers as he whispers affirmations like seeds into fertile soil. With consistency, he utters phrases imbued with positivity and purpose, turning the swaying tide of his internal dialogue. His morning begins not with the clamor of doubt, but with steady affirmations that light the path ahead. "I am worthy of the abundance this world offers," Harold chants, feeling the gentle shift within his core. The more he repeats these statements, the more palpable their truth becomes, weaving new patterns into the fabric of his subconscious. The currents of self-doubt that once threatened his dreams recede, replaced by the steady promise of inner strength. Parallel to Harold's journey, there stands Agnes, a beacon of transformation through unwavering belief. She, too, once grappled with the shadow of uncertainty, her path clouded by whispered fears. But Agnes, with her gentle spirit and resolve, embraced the power of spoken affirmation. "Every step I take is guided by opportunity," she declares, choosing to see the universe as a supportive ally. Through repetition, these words became her truth, reshaping her internal landscape and dissolving the barriers built by doubt. In noticing their shared paths, you see reflected the power affirmation holds as a vessel of luck. Each phrase, spoken with intention, becomes a bridge to the life they envision. Harold and Agnes both discover that affirmations are more than just words. They are whispered manifestations, delicate yet powerful. The universe listens and responds, a faithful mirror to the beliefs they seed. And now, as you stand before your own journey, this practice invites you to craft your personal affirmations. Choose statements that resonate deep within, words that uplift and embolden you. Allow these declarations to become a part of your daily rhythm, their repetition a gentle wave transforming the shores of your subconscious. "Create with clarity and speak with conviction," whispers the ancient wisdom that flows through this narrative. Each morning, as your eyes greet the dawn, let your voice rise in harmony with your highest self. "I am a magnet for all that is good and destined for me." In reciting these affirmations, you begin to reprogram the mind, aligning the heart with the rhythm of luck and fortune. Embrace this practice and watch as the universe echoes back the strength of your declarations. Chapter 13, The Sanctuary of Silence. You find yourself amid the chaos of daily life, much like Clarence once did, where the incessant clatter of thoughts drowns out the whisper of wisdom. Clarence, amidst a tempest of uncertainties, discovered a sanctuary in silence. "In quiet," he mused, "I uncover the seeds of transformation." He retreats into the gentle embrace of stillness, where thoughts once racing like unbridled winds gradually surrender to the tranquility of quietude. The mind, no longer a tumultuous sea, rests like a serene lake at dawn, unbroken by the disturbances of fear and doubt. Through meditation, Clarence unlocks the power of reprogramming his mind, allowing new pathways to emerge. Within this stillness, Clarence reflects in his newfound sanctuary, lies the blueprint for the life I wish to weave. His practice doesn't silence the world outside, but rather tunes his inner landscape to a frequency of peace and clarity. In a tale resonating with Clarence's journey, Beatrice stands as a testament to the power found in the solace of silence. Beatrice, once a wanderer lost in the overgrown labyrinth of her thoughts, stumbled upon stillness quite by accident. It was in the quiet early hours when the world still slept around her. She began to sit in silence, listening to the subtle rhythm of her breath. Each breath, she realized, cleanses the clutter, leaving behind an expanse of clarity. In the stillness, her thoughts no longer clamor for attention. Instead, they settle like dust on a long-forgotten book, awaiting a gentle hand to turn their chapters. Through this practice, Beatrice rekindles her connection to her inner wisdom, and the path ahead unfurls with delightful ease and certainty. As you journey through these stories, you find that the heart of transformation lies not in constant action, but in the stillness where true insight resides. The practice of meditation gives you this stillness, a refuge where the noise subsides, revealing a landscape of potential reawakening. In this embrace of silence, you are invited to begin your own meditation practice. Each day, carve out a sacred space of time where you sink into this silence, allowing your mind to drift and settle until clarity comes forth. As you nurture this habit, notice how the quiet presence within blooms into the wisdom and understanding you seek, guiding you to align your outer life with the harmonious rhythm of the universe. Before we get into the next chapter, you can download a free ebook version of this audiobook using the link in the pinned comment below this video. Chapter 14. The Bridge of Belief and Action. Your path resembles Mildred's, where simple belief transforms into dynamic force through the union of thought and inspired action. Mildred once pondered the mysteries of destiny, wondering why dreams sometimes dwindle in the realm of the mind, never breaching the surface of reality. She realized contemplation alone lacked the power to mold the world. Enlightenment dawned when Mildred saw that belief must dance with action, a truth emerging in the moment she chose to step into the unknown. "Our intentions," she murmured, "are seeds awaiting the nourishment of movement." You observe as Mildred charts a course not from mere aspirations, but from the energetic excitement propelling her towards her desires. Each step she takes becomes a bridge between the unseen and the manifest. Reflect on Leonard, a steadfast companion on your journey towards understanding this fusion. Leonard embraced change with courage after those silent whispers of self-belief settled within him. Belief awakened possibility, yet it was Leonard's boldness in action that brought his dreams to daylight. Sometimes, Leonard explains, uncertainty is the gatekeeper of the treasures we seek. With faith as his compass, he took each stride with purpose, acknowledging that intention without movement leaves dreams cocooned in potential. The simplicity of this law echoes with urgency. A seed planted in fertile ground must meet the sun to grow. You find yourself pondering the tapestry woven by these tales, noticing the harmony that arises when belief joins with deliberate action. The universe, like a seasoned dance partner, steps in rhythm with those who venture beyond mere wishing. Allow this teaching to settle within you like the gentle settling of leaves in a forest carpet. Embrace the clarity that emerges in the quiet stillness after the tales of Mildred and Leonard. The path of your own unfolding becomes clear. Today you embark on a personal odyssey of creation by selecting one inspired action, an act that resonates with the deep intentions you've sown. As daylight whispers through your window, you grasp the opportunity within your hands, knowing it is both a gift and a responsibility to move forward. Chart a path rooted in belief yet reaching into action. Whether it is a conversation long delayed, a risk that quickens your heartbeat, or a new step towards an ambition, You take it with a newfound understanding that the universe supports those who dance boldly into their future. Go forth now, with belief twined tightly with action. Let this small but significant leap be the spark igniting a cascade of transformation, bridging the world of dreams and reality into one seamless experience, a testament to the power of inspired action. Chapter 15. The Power of Visualization. Imagine yourself as Stanley. Curious and open, he finds himself pondering the unseen brushstrokes on the canvas of his life. What if, Stanley muses, imagining a new reality could set the stage for its arrival? He begins to experiment, crafting scenes within his mind as though they are treasures tucked away for the future. Stanley takes a moment each day to close his eyes, drawing vivid images from the depths of his desires. The weight of forgotten dreams lifts as clarity and purpose align, shaping scenes with bright colors and lively textures. "This is more than dreaming," he whispers to himself one evening. "It's a rehearsal for what lies ahead." Deeper with Dorothy, who once stood at the crossroads of desire and doubt. Dorothy had a ritual. Each dawn greeted her with moments of quiet, her mind unfurling a tapestry of who she wished to become and the world she yearned to inhabit. As she visualized success, each detail perfected and vibrant, her confidence strengthened, sculpting her path with precision. In this interplay of shadows and light, Dorothy understood her destiny as not something to chase, but to conceive. "I am not merely glimpsing possibilities," she elucidated. "I am weaving them into the fabric of my existence." Visualization became her sacred script, guiding her narrative from internal contemplation to external manifestation. As you stand at this juncture, the scene around you transforms. Realize now the power within, the gift of visualization, not as abstract ambition, but a deliberate rehearsal for your life's odyssey. You, like Stanley and Dorothy, possess the capacity to paint with intention, transforming imagination into reality. Embrace the silence. Let it guide you inward as you create your sacred theater of the mind. Follow this practice. Picture yourself in your ideal life with all senses engaged. Visualize colors, hear the sounds, feel textures against your skin, smell the scents in the air. Each detail you paint vibrantly contributes to your subconscious's training to seek these realities. As you breathe, let your visions pulse with vitality, as if your future were no longer a distant dream, but a vivid mural, alive and within reach. Trust these visions. They render your ambition less a whisper and more a compelling command to the universe. With each session, you engage not only your mind, but the energetic tapestry of what may yet be, enabling the forces within and around to coalesce into your beckoned brilliance. Now, go on in this immersive visualization. Your blueprint unfolds, one stroke at a time. As you cultivate this art, the universe listens, quietly orchestrating your aspirations into tangible form. Feel this power within, for you're both the artist and the creation, sculpting your destiny through vision and action. Begin your journey within and let this vision carry you forward. Chapter 16. The Energy of Forgiveness. Eugene stands at the riverbank, watching the water flow effortlessly around the rocks. Each drop tells a story of patience and release. Eugene senses a knot within his chest, a weight carried far too long. What if forgiveness is he wonders aloud. is the key to freeing the current of my life. He reflects on old grudges, moments of anger that linger like shadows. As he stands there, the realization dawns. Holding on to resentment is like trying to stem the river's flow with a clenched fist. The energy stagnates, blocking his path to luck and fulfillment. Eugene, echoes a voice within, let the waters of forgiveness wash over you. He pictures those grievances as stones, letting each one sink into the river. One by one, they disappear into the depths, leaving the surface open and clear. Across town, Hazel sits in her garden, surrounded by the peace she has cultivated. Years ago, her heart had been a desert, parched by bitterness. But Hazel discovered the secret of forgiveness, the release of past pains that drained her. It started with small acts. Each day she would offer forgiveness for a perceived slight, a thoughtless word, even her own regrets. With each forgiveness, she felt a weight lift, replaced by a lightness of being. This is freedom, she realized. And with freedom, there comes joy. As Hazel nourished her garden with love and care, inner and outer blossoms flourished. The act of letting go had awakened dormant energies. Paths soon graced with synchronicity and serendipity. She knew forgiveness was not just a balm for old wounds, but a bridge to unforeseen blessings. Feel these truths, dear seeker. The art of forgiveness is no small thing. It is a profound act of self-liberation. By clearing emotional blockages, you invite the divine flow of luck, inviting abundance with open arms. For your practice, envision a serene space within your mind, a sanctuary untouched by hurt. As you enter this space, imagine those who have caused pain standing before you. See them through the lens of compassion, acknowledging their own struggles. With each inhale, draw in the pure, healing light of understanding. And with each exhale, consciously let go of the heavy mantle of resentment you've carried. As you breathe out, softly whisper to the universe, I release you. And in doing so, I release myself. Setting those words adrift on the gentle currents of your breath. Feel the liberation in your being as the burdens you've held quietly begin to dissipate, as if melting away like frost kissed by the morning sun. This sacred meditation, more than a simple exercise, serves as an invitation for deep transformation, awakening dormant channels within your soul. Those pathways that once felt obstructed and bound now begin to pulse with the flow of life's own energy, moving freely, effortlessly. In this state of inner peace, notice how forgiveness ignites a profound shift within you, a metamorphosis that allows your fortune and fate to dance in perfect synchrony. With each release, the tapestry of your life begins to weave itself anew, more vibrant and harmonious. By embracing the alchemy of forgiveness, you stand at the threshold of a new destiny, one aligned with the universal rhythm that pulses through all of creation. As your spirit lightens, your capacity to attract abundance expands, and the forces of luck and opportunity gather, drawn to the harmonious resonance you now embody. Chapter 17. The Power of Patience. In your journey, patience often stands as both guardian and test. Much like Florence, you find yourself in the fertile field of dreams, casting seeds upon the soil with hopes rooted deep in promise. Florence, a seeker like you, discovered that growth follows its own rhythm, a dance of time that cannot be rushed through sheer will. As Florence sowed her intentions with care, she tended them with unwavering patience, understanding the dance between the sun and the shadows. The soil, rich with potential, asked for her trust and gentle nurture. Patience, whispers the wind, is a quiet strength. Florence heeds this wisdom, observing the subtle shifts of growth, imperceptible day by day, yet undeniably moving towards fruition. She knows the value of waiting, the virtue of allowing time to weave its invisible patterns. Her heart learned to trust the unseen hands of the universe, crafting life's tapestry with precision and grace. In another tale lives Albert, a testament to enduring faith. He stepped along a path lit by hope and patience. Each morning, as he rose with the sun, Albert practiced faith like an art form, the lines of his life shaded with expectation and resolve. "It is coming," he would affirm as the days stretched into weeks and the weeks into months. With each cycle of the moon, Albert's resolve deepened, not from evidence, but from an inner knowing that his desires had taken root beneath the surface, unseen yet thriving. This enduring patience transformed Albert's waiting into an active embodiment of trust, turning the passage of time into a partner rather than an enemy. The fruits of his patience eventually came to bear, not as dramatic unveils, but as natural, inevitable outcomes of the seeds once sown. As you walk this same path, reflect on the wisdom of patience within your own journey. Engage in mindful breathing, an ancient practice to cultivate stillness and presence. Find a quiet space and allow your breath to become your anchor. Exhale tension and inhale tranquility, noticing the peaceful rhythm within. Let each breath remind you that timing belongs to the universe, and your role is to trust, release, and wait. Through the ancient and sacred art of this practice, you imbibe the quiet strength that patience bestows upon you, learning in the depths of your soul to treasure the journey far more profoundly than you do the destination itself. This journey, dear seeker of truth, is the divine tapestry upon which the threads of your life are woven. As the wise have declared throughout the chronicles of time, all things, great and small, shall find their way to those who wait with hearts open like blossoms to the sun, and whose faith remains as constant and unshakable as the mountains that stand eternal. Embrace this truth, for in the patient waiting, the path unfolds the hidden treasures meant for you alone. Chapter 18, The Language of the Subconscious. In the quiet hours of night, when the veil between conscious and subconscious things, you, like Ralph, might embark upon journeys crafted by your mind. Ralph discovered that within these voyages, through the landscapes of dreams, lay symbols, a language woven by the subconscious to articulate desires not yet voiced by the waking self. Each symbol carried a message, an invitation to explore and understand the hidden facets of longing and intent. One night Ralph dreamt of a golden bird perched upon an ancient tree. The image lingered, vivid and persistent. As dawn broke, he felt an urgency to decipher this vision. Guided by an inner knowing, he began to recognize the bird as a symbol of unfulfilled aspirations, each feather representing a goal waiting to be realized. The ancient tree, with roots deep and branches wide, mirrored his life's journey, both the past grounding him and the future beckoning. Ralph delved deeper, embracing the symbols as guardians of his inner world, custodians of truths too profound for words. Through reflection, he unlocked hidden desires, promises sown into dreams. His understanding grew. By engaging with these symbols, he was charting a map of his own soul's compass. In the realm of dreams walked Edna, whose journey unfolds like parchment beneath starlit skies. Edna often found herself traversing endless corridors filled with doors, each one unique. For years, The meaning eluded her until she resolved to unravel the riddle. With patience akin to that of a scribe unearthing ancient scrolls, she began to record her nightly adventures. As weeks passed, a pattern emerged. Those doors, varied in texture and hue, symbolized choices in her life. The ones she opened with ease reflected choices she embraced, while those that resisted or remained locked hinted at paths unexplored, potential unfulfilled. Through decoding these nocturnal messages, Edna gained the courage to step beyond her self-imposed barriers, embracing opportunities previously obscured by doubt. In this, you too are invited to listen, to observe the gentleness with which your dreams speak. Begin the sacred practice of keeping a dream journal. Each morning, capture the remnants of your night's journey upon its chapters. Reflect upon the symbols, the whispers of guidance from your subconscious. With time, patience, and dedication, these nocturnal narratives will offer insights eons old, channeling the wisdom of ages to guide your waking life. As you record, you align your conscious path with the messages etched within, harnessing the power of your inner symbols to manifest desires unspoken, yet eternally known. Chapter 19, The Circle of Influence. In the bustling heart of the city, you encounter Milton, a man whose life, once shrouded in misfortune, transformed under the light of positive influences. Milton's journey teaches you the subtle art of curating your surroundings, much like a gardener tending to a delicate orchid. Initially, the gloom of his environment mirrored in his weary spirit, shaping his days with shades of gray. But then, like dawn cutting through the night, a revelation dawned upon him. His world could change if he imbibed it with positivity. He began with small shifts. Spaces cleared of clutter became canvases for new energy. Milton's humble apartment, once akin to a forgotten relic, commenced its metamorphosis. Bright colors replaced dull tones. He introduced symbols of joy, vibrant art, flourishing plants, and windows thrown open to welcome sunlight. However, the heart of his transformation lay beyond the physical. Milton recognized that energies extended beyond walls. So he examined his social tapestry, woven tightly over years. Friends once full of complaint and cynicism found their shadows cast shorter in the warmth of change. Eventually, Milton sought those who reflected the world he strove to inhabit. People wrapped in optimism, generosity, and dreams as vivid as the morning sky. Parallel to his tale dances Lillian's narrative, a woman once enmeshed in a web of relationships dripping with negativity. She too awoke to the whisper of a calling. Change was possible, reshaping destiny by altering the company she kept. Gently, she shed the tendrils of relationships bound by judgment and fear, weaving instead a circle rich in encouragement and shared vision. Lillian's circle became her sanctuary, a vibrant space where the seeds of hope and ambition found fertile ground. As you hear their stories, you feel the resonance of a timeless truth. Your environment, both physical and social, serves as the backdrop against which your life unfolds. Just as a painter chooses colors to convey emotion, so too do you. Consciously select the hues of those you allow close to your spirit. Through mindful curation, you sculpt a life that draws luck as naturally as the earth draws rain. Now, as the gentle embrace of night enfolds the vibrant hum of day, take a moment to contemplate your place amidst the tales of Milton and Lillian. Reflect deeply upon your own life's tapestry. Consider the individuals who walk beside you on your journey, those who fill your world with laughter that echoes through your days, and those whose presence might weigh heavy like a lament. With the clarity of their stories illuminating your path, Invite yourself into a space of honest introspection. Dare to survey the landscape of your social world with sincerity and courage. As one tends a flourishing garden, recognize where the art of gentle pruning may liberate the most vibrant blooms within your soul's garden. Through conscious nurturing and removal of that which no longer serves your growth, create an environment where the most radiant blossoms of fortune are free to flourish, unhindered, reaching ever skyward to touch the divine light of opportunity and meaning. Chapter 20. The Power of Expectation. In a quaint village among rolling hills, Chester, a humble craftsman, begins to notice an intriguing pattern unraveling in the fabric of daily life. At first, the changes appear subtle, as soft whispers barely disturb the air. Yet, they hold the power to steer destinies toward fortune or despair. Through a series of events, Chester perceives the intricate workings of expectation, creating what once seemed impossible outcomes. Chester's early belief in the impossibility of success cast long shadows over his endeavors. But an epiphany dawned on him during a peculiar moment, a bird alighting beside him, seemingly fearless, as if carrying a message from afar. Its inexplicable presence stirred something deep within Chester, igniting a spark of expectation that felt both thrilling and daunting. He began to entertain thoughts of success, weaving them into the fabric of his consciousness. Chester's work in his workshop, once laborious and uninspired, transformed under this new vision. His creations began to hold charm and integrity, and those who once overlooked his shop now returned, drawn by the allure of his renewed craftsmanship. In a parallel tale of improved expectations, Mabel, a woman who had long felt trapped in the confines of her mundane routine, dared to raise the bar of her life. An invitation to a distant city sparked her journey, one that would test the courage of her heart and defy the chains of low expectation. Mabel set her gaze upon the horizon, casting aside doubts like worn-out garments. Her new job garnered opportunities she never imagined herself worthy of. Each success, a stepping stone, bolstered her belief in the magic of realistic yet elevated expectations. Her growly, mundane existence unfolded into a tapestry of vibrant possibility, as expectation gifted her the path she long desired. As these stories merge, a realization unfolds. You too are invited to see the essence of self-fulfilling prophecy, how the world reflects the spirit of your expectations as a looking glass reflects your visage. To anticipate good fortune is to pave the way for its arrival, crafting reality with the chisel of conscious thought. This day, embark on a practice that aligns with Chester's and Mabel's transformations. Engage in the art of setting intentions, fashioning high yet attainable expectations. As you sculpt these desires in your mind, let the anticipation of their fruition fill you, overflowing into every action and moment. By embracing this ritual, you awaken to a world where expectation is not a mere wish, but a dynamic force guiding your path to fulfillment and luck. Part 3. Living Luckfully. Chapter 21. The Habit of Luck. As you journey deeper into this tale of discovery and transformation, you encounter the story of Harold, a man who stumbled upon the secret of unwavering fortune. In his quiet days, Harold observed that those considered lucky shared something more than random chance. Their lives seemed to hum with the rhythmic cadence of intention and practice, a song echoing through their everyday actions. One evening, as the sky blushed with the ember glow of dusk, Harold found himself beneath the sprawling branches of an ancient oak. It was there, in the sacred serenity of the natural world, that realization dawned. Luck, is born from the harmony of steadfast habits. He recalled each fortuitous event in his life, tracing the threads back to moments of focused intention and emotional alignment. Embracing this newfound understanding, Harold transformed his daily existence into a canvas for manifestation. Each morning began with a quiet moment to center his spirit, a deliberate act that set the tone for his day. He visualized his desires taking shape, infused with the warmth of gratitude, knowing these practices nurtured his invisible thread of luck. Meanwhile, in another corner of the world, Agnes embarked on her own journey toward crafting destiny. Her life, once a tapestry of monotony, now glittered with the luminescence of possibility. Embracing the wisdom of ancient rituals, she found solace and power in daily rituals. Agnes began weaving simple yet profound practices into her daily routine. In the gentle light of dawn, she cherished moments of reflection, speaking affirmations that rolled over her like a gentle tide. With each step through her day, Agnes poured intention into her actions, turning the mundane into the mystical. Both Harold and Agnes discovered the alchemy of consistent practice, transmuting ordinary days into vessels of luck. Their stories beckon you to partake in this transformative dance. Understand that the essence of luck is not found in grand gestures, but in the quiet devotion to daily rituals that align body, mind, and spirit with the divine rhythm of the universe. Inspired by these tales, you are invited to create your own daily, luck-enhancing routine. Begin by adopting practices that resonate with your soul, perhaps a moment of silent gratitude, a whispered affirmation, or the visualization of your aspirations. Let each ritual become a stepping stone along your own path, a thread stitching together the tapestry of your desired life. Embrace this journey, knowing that with each intentional habit, you draw closer to the abundant flow of providence that awaits within you. In Chapter 22, The Gift of Generosity. As your exploration continues, you meet Clarence on his path of profound discovery. Clarence, a man who once held his possessions with a clenched fist, comes to learn a powerful truth hidden within the folds of his journey. Giving is the key to receiving, an eternal dance choreographed by the universe itself. One breezy autumn morning, Clarence finds himself at the marketplace, where the vibrant tapestry of life unfolds. He observes the colorful exchange, not only of goods, but of smiles and gestures of kindness that ripple outwards like a pebble piercing a still pond. An old merchant, weathered and wise, imparts a simple truth. What you give with open heart returns manifold. With this seed planted, Clarence embarks on a small practice scarcely noticed at first, a smile to a stranger, a moment of help offered to a weary passerby. The world, as if enchanted, responds in kind. Doors previously unseen open for him, opportunities within unexpected places. Slowly, Clarence sees the invisible thread weaving through his existence, each act of loosening the knots in the fabric of his life. Your journey then takes you to Beatrice, whose life stands as testament to the magic of unrestrained generosity. Once shy and withdrawn, Beatrice discovers growth through giving freely, unburdened by expectation. She transforms each interaction into a vessel of love, her spirit enlivened with each gift, however small, a flowering plant left at a neighbor's doorstep, the warmth of homemade soup offered to a friend in need. Beatrice's world expands with every act, her heart becoming a magnet that attracts goodwill and opportunities. What she gives returns, often in unexpected forms: a chance meeting, leading to a new friendship. A letter of appreciation arriving just when needed. Her days become steeped in serendipity, each small token a thread tying her closer to the world around her. These stories illuminate the ancient law of reciprocity, whispering the lesson that in giving freely, joy and abundance flow back. Now, as your path aligns with their wisdom, consider this. The universe mirrors the generosity you extend. Your actions weave a tapestry of luck, each strand reflecting your intent out into the universe. And today, practice the art of generosity. Let your spirit guide a heartfelt act, giving not for what may return, but for the joy it brings in the moment. In this practice, you embody the lessons of Clarence and Beatrice, planting seeds of goodwill that flourish into a harmonious, abundant life. Chapter 23, The Joy of Presence. In your journey of discovery, you encounter the tale of Mildred, an ever-busy woman who learns the transformative power of presence. Initially, Mildred moves through life like a whirlwind, her mind always restless, chasing distant tomorrows while missing the subtle wonders of today. Yet, amidst her constant doing, there appears an undeniable emptiness. One day, while rushing through a crowded street, Mildred pauses to catch her breath. As she stills herself, she notices something extraordinary. The world around her, in its vibrant cacophony, pulses with a rhythm she'd never heard. A gentle breeze grazes her cheek, and for a fleeting moment, she is wholly present. In this moment, a spark ignites within her, illuminating a path she'd not considered before, the path of mindfulness. Mildred begins to embrace each day with open eyes and an open heart, experiencing each moment fully, rather than skimming the surface of her life. She finds beauty and meaning in ordinary tasks, feeling the warm sun on her skin or hearing the soft rustle of leaves. Mildred's transformation mirrors the world around her. As she breathes life into the present breathes life back into her. Abundance, long held at bay by her distractions, begins to flow freely. She learns that presence is not a destination but an ongoing journey, one that roots her in the reality of now, a fertile ground for the seeds of intention and luck. Leonard, another seeker on his path, illustrates this truth through his own practice of embracing the moment. Unlike his former self, perpetually caught in the net of what-ifs and whens, Leonard begins weaving the threads of his life in the present. With each step, he pays homage to the minute experiences that knit together the tapestry of his existence. His focus sharpens as he learns to savor each moment, leading to unexpected synchronicities and vibrant new possibilities. Leonard and Mildred offer a shared lesson. To attract the bounties of the universe, anchor yourself in the now. Presence is the magnetic core drawing luck to you effortlessly, creating harmony between your inner world and the reality unfolding around you. Now, this path calls to you. Engage in a practice of mindful presence in your everyday activities. Whether pouring a cup of tea or walking through your neighborhood, center your attention on the act itself. Feel the weight of the cup, hear the melody of your footfalls, and let presence fill and transform your experience. Let it guide you on the path of openness, where every moment offers the gift of awareness and the potential for profound change. Chapter 24, The Strength of Resilience. Stanley's journey unfolds before you, each step revealing the essence of resilience. Life's trials appear not as impediments, but as the crucibles that refine his spirit. Once, Stanley faced a loss that seemed insurmountable. Yet, in the depths of despair, a quiet realization emerged. Life's rhythm, though unpredictable, always resolved into harmony with patience and persistence. One evening, seated by the window, Stanley watches rain splatter against the glass. Each drop, relentless in its journey toward the earth, mirrors his own resolve to find ground beneath uncertainty. This moment becomes his lesson that setbacks are but the paving stones on the path of growth. Resilience, he learns, is born not from avoiding storms, but by dancing within them, allowing their rhythm to guide rather than batter. Inspired by Stanley's story, allow me to guide you to Dorothy, who exemplifies the power of enduring persistence. Her life unfolds with the grace of one committed to her inner vision, even when shadows obscure her path. Time and again, she faces obstacles, each one taller than the last. Yet Dorothy does not waver. She becomes grounded like a tree with deep roots, bending with the storm's fury, but never breaking. In her darkest hour, Dorothy learns to draw upon her inner light. Each setback becomes a teacher, shaping her into an embodiment of perseverance. Slowly, with determination and faith, the landscape of her life transforms, aligning with the strength she nurtures within. Through Dorothy, you discern that where others see defeat, the resilient see opportunity, a chance to cultivate a deeper understanding of their inherent power. These stories of Stanley and Dorothy carve a truth into your soul. Mental toughness is the crucible from which enduring luck emerges. It is not the absence of challenges that defines a fortunate life, but the courage to rise after each fall. Your journey, like theirs, will ask of you to keep faith amidst trials, to trust that every setback conceals a breakthrough yet to be unveiled. To nurture this resilience within, I invite you to engage in a practice of resilience-building affirmations. As you stand before the mirror each morning, repeat these truths. I am unbreakable. Challenges shape me for the better. My spirit is resilient, rooted in strength. With each affirmation, feel the words imbue your being with fortitude, aligning your thoughts with the unyielding essence of the universe. As you carry these affirmations into the world, let them shield and empower you, creating a refuge where the seeds of luck and success shall flourish, nourished by the strength you cultivate each day. Chapter 25, The Power of Intuition. Eugene stands at the crossroads of decision, a moment echoing the crossroads of life itself. He feels a gentle nudge from within, a whisper barely discernible over the noise of daily concerns. This whisper, a faint yet undeniable pulse, guides him toward paths that logic cannot always see. One day, Eugene finds himself facing a choice between two job offers. Conflicted, he seeks solace among the towering trees of a nearby park, their branches swaying to an unseen symphony. As he settles into the hush of nature, stillness envelops him. In this cloak of serenity, the murmur of intuition grows clearer, a melody leading him through uncertainty. Trusting this inner current, Eugene chooses the path less obvious but filled with potential. His decision, forged in the crucible of intuition, unfolds fortunes previously unimaginable, revealing life's synchronicity as an ally. Consider now Hazel, a woman whose life dances to the rhythm of her heart's deepest knowing. She stands in a marketplace, an array of colorful jars before her, each holding promises of health and vitality. Listening to the lively chatter around her, Hazel closes her eyes, surrendering to the wisdom she carries within. Her hand moves effortlessly from jar to jar, landing finally on one seemingly whispered to her by fate. Health and vitality follow her, proof that her intuition, once an ember, has kindled into a guiding flame. Through Eugene and Hazel, you uncover the profound lesson of intuitive guidance. This unseen compass steers the soul, altering the currents of fortune. The mind, ever eager to label and rationalize, often overshadows this quieter wisdom. Yet, in practicing the art of listening, you become attuned to the universe's gentle nudges, embracing serendipity as a trusted companion. To cultivate this intuitive listening within, you are invited to practice quieting the mind. Find a tranquil space, free from the whispers of the world that bind you to doubt. As you close your eyes, release the tension that knots your thoughts. Imagine each breath as a wave, washing away the debris of expectation, leaving a pristine shore upon which intuition may walk. Listen not for words, but for the subtle currents of feeling and knowing that rise within you. Daily commit to this sacred silence. Let intuition's voice guide your journey, a guiding light illuminating paths that your mind may not yet perceive. As you hone this skill, the journey of your life will unfurl with ease and grace, woven by the very hands of destiny. Chapter 26, The Magic of Curiosity. In the unfolding tapestry of life, you find yourself walking alongside Florence, whose insatiable curiosity paints her world in vibrant hues. One afternoon, she meanders through her village, eyes wide to the unseen stories among the cobblestones. Her heart flutters with each discovery, a hidden alley, a whispering bookshop filled with ancient tomes, the scent of fresh-baked bread curling through the air. Her curiosity, a gentle tug within, leads her to a wild meadow where the wind dances freely. Kneeling among the blooms, Florence discovers a small, weathered box partially buried in the earth. She opens it, the hinges singing like cicadas, to reveal fragments of lives lived long ago, letters, trinkets, and photographs worn by time. Each piece tells a story that ignites her imagination, illuminating paths of possibility that were invisible before. Albert, too, lives attuned to this melody of curiosity. He stands at the edge of his comfort, gazing at a world brimming with the unexplored. One day, a peculiar feather floats down to rest at his feet, a reminder of the sky's vast, uncharted expanse. Following its trail, he ventures into new realms, the bustling city beyond his quiet village, its streets pulsing with life and voices speaking in unfamiliar tongues. With each encounter, Albert grows, his perspective expanding like a horizon, stretching before dawn. The world, he learns, is a labyrinth of wonders waiting to be embraced. Curiosity becomes his compass, guiding him to opportunities that unfold like the petals of a flower nourished by sunlight. In both Florence and Albert, the heart of a critical teaching beats. Curiosity is a catalyst for opportunity, the spark that kindles the fire of exploration. Embracing the unknown with open arms, you find, broadens your horizons and breathes life into the stale corridors of routine. An open mind is a gateway, inviting adventure into your life's narrative. And to cultivate this powerful force within, engage in a curiosity-expanding exercise. Choose a path unknown, whether in thought or journey. Visit a space foreign to your senses, a garden, a museum, or even a foreign aisle in a market. Allow your senses to gather impressions without judgment, like a child discovering the world anew. Notice the small details, The interplay of light and shadow, the hum of a distant melody, the texture of surfaces under your fingertips. Every day, invite yourself to venture beyond the familiar. As you nurture this practice, every discovery becomes a key, unlocking doors to potential previously concealed. Through these moments, life's richness unfurls, unveiling a tapestry woven with threads of wonder, waiting for you to explore. Chapter 27: The Power of Celebration. In a bustling village among rolling hills, Ralph, a humble artisan, finds himself lost in the grandeur of life's unending tasks. Each day he crafts diligently, hands shaping wood into intricate patterns, yet he senses an unseen weight. It's as though his efforts disappear into a void of forgetfulness, each achievement blending into the next. One afternoon, as sunlight dances through his workshop windows, Ralph pauses and gazes at a newly completed creation. A fleeting thought, almost like a whisper, surfaces. To halt, to observe, and more importantly, to celebrate. As the thought lingers, Ralph places his tools aside, takes a deep breath, and gently touches the wood's polished surface. "This is my creation," he murmurs, feeling an unexpected surge of joy unfurl within him. Over days, he discovers a newfound vitality in acknowledging each small victory, a corner smoothed, a pattern finalized, a piece completed. It is not the size of the success, but the act of acknowledgement that propels him forward, creating a living chain of positive energy and motivation. We shift now to Edna, a wise elder of another realm, whose life took a transformative turn when she learned to laud her journey with simple celebrations. Known for her gardens, Edna's world thrives in the subtleties of blooms and foliage. Initially, she rushes through plantings and harvests, with eyes set only on grand yields. But one evening, under a sky kissed by stars, she chooses to linger by her flourishing beds. With silent reverence, she praises a single rose, its hue, its scent, its mere existence. This small act reverberates through her life, shifting the pace. Each bud becomes a reason to celebrate, each growth a narrative of triumph. Her heart lighter, her days brighter, Edna radiates a joy that draws admiration and curiosity from all who pass by her garden gates. Returning to you, the observer now understands the power within these stories. As Ralph and Edna illuminate the path, you are invited to see those small steps in a journey, not as insignificant milestones, but as beacons of progress deserving recognition. Joy, after all, possesses a magnetic energy, multiplying with every acknowledgement. Create your own celebration ritual for achievements. When you complete a task, be it small or grand, pause, light a candle, enjoy a quiet moment, or share your triumph with a friend. Let each celebration, however modest, fuel you with renewed energy and inspire further success. Let the practice kindle an undying flame of motivation within you. Chapter 28: The Gift of Faith. In the heart of a land where shadows blend with light, Milton finds himself wandering through twilight's embrace. With each step, the ground beneath seems to shift, rocks whispering uncertainties. It is a path woven with doubt, where clarity eludes like fog at dawn's first light. Milton's mind wrestles, seeking stability in the visible, yet finding none. In this landscape of hesitation, an encounter with a wandering sage alters his course. Trust, the sage counsels, eyes holding the depth of time, is not born of sight, but of knowing. Milton, puzzled yet curious, listens, as the sage shares tales of faith, those unseen forces shaping reality. Imagine, the sage begins, a seed awaiting the sun's embrace. Though buried within darkness, does it not trust the rain to nourish, the earth to cradle, the light to call it to life? At these words, something stirs within Milton, an ancient inkling akin to the echo of forgotten lullabies. Guided by the sage, Milton learns to walk not by sight but by inner certainty. The shift in his heart transforms his journey. Where once he faltered, he now treads with assuredness, trusting the essence of what will be. Another tale unfolds of Lillian, who, in her own distant world, stands at the precipice of the unknown. Responsibilities pile around her like stones, heavy and daunting. She, too, yearns for evidence before she leaps, yet finds solace only in stillness. In her solitude, Lillian embraces a truth whispered by the winds. Faith is a bridge, not the destination. Lillian's newfound trust unchains potential, manifesting opportunities where she once saw barriers. As she surrenders her need for proof, the universe responds with generous offerings, knitting her a tapestry of blessings. Now let the tales of Milton and Lillian guide you. Consider faith as the cornerstone of luck, a trust that transcends the tangible and ventures into the realm of possibility. Wrestle not with what is seen, but lean into the assurance of what could unfold, a reality shaped by unwavering belief. You are invited to engage in a faith-building meditation. Find a silent corner of your space where your thoughts can rest. Close your eyes, breathing deeply as you detach from the need for certainty. Picture yourself as a seed in nurturing soil, embraced by warmth, knowing deeply that growth is assured. Feel the tension release as you surrender to faith's gentle embrace. Allow this meditation to plant seeds of trust, letting them bloom into unseen connections, unlocking the pathways to your life's abundant possibilities. Chapter 29, The Power of Love. As you continue on this sacred journey, envision Chester, who walks an unbeaten path cloaked in the glow of a setting sun. His heart, once bound by fear, now pulses with the gentle warmth of love. Each step he takes is a testament to the transformative power he has unearthed. You observe from a distance as Chester encounters others on his path, each mirroring aspects of his once restrained heart. With each interaction, Chester emits a resonance, an unspoken language of love that knows no bounds. He meets a child whose tears fall silently, a testament to some unnamed ache. Kneeling, Chester offers no grand solution, just presence, an unconditional acceptance that needs no words. As the child looks into his eyes, an alchemical shift occurs. Laughter twinkles where sorrow once lay. Love changes everything, doesn't it? Chester muses to the universe, glancing skyward. The heavens respond with a quiet affirmation, the stars now weaving their own story of connection and understanding. Now, cast your gaze to Mabel, whose heart has also opened like petals of a midnight bloom. Mabel once locked her emotions tight, a fortress of protection. Yet, on one fateful day, a tiny bird, injured and fragile, landed at her feet. Instinctively, she gathered it tenderly. Her nurturing touch was not just physical, it was pure embodiment of love's capacity to heal and attract miracles. As days turned to nights, the bird sang back Mabel to herself, each note a song of the heart, stirring feelings long held captive. Her soul began to dance, unshackled, mocking the restraints it once wore. In a moment of reflection, Mabel turned to you, sensing your presence along this path. When love flows freely, everything aligns, she assures you, with a voice as soothing as the river's lullaby. From Mabel's open heart, you learn that love is an endless ripple, touching the lives of all it embraces. These vibrations of love, as you see through Chester and Mabel, are not confined by form or situation. They bridge the seen and unseen, revealing a world teeming with miracles. As you allow this symphony of love to resonate within your very being, prepare yourself for a sacred practice that has been cherished through the ages, a meditation on loving kindness. In this timeless exercise, find a place where serenity whispers. Settle into comfort and gently close your eyes. Begin by drawing a slow, deep breath, pulling in the energy of the universe, and let love flow from your core. This practice calls for love to be the center from which all action springs, beginning first with yourself. Imagine your heart, a luminous beacon, glows with warmth and compassion. With each exhalation, let this love envelop you like a gentle balm, soothing and healing your innermost wounds, nurturing your essence with each breath. As the warmth settles within, envision this radiant love expanding outward, a circle growing, embracing those closest to your heart. See it spreading further, touching every corner of existence like the tender rays of a benevolent sun. Let it extend to acquaintances and strangers, and even those with whom you have grappled, knowing that love's true power recognizes no boundary. With every inhalation, gather the strength to continue, and on each exhalation, bless the world with this love, seeing how it infuses the air with harmony and light. As this profound ritual unfolds, bear witness to the extraordinary truth that love possesses the remarkable power to transform, to heal what once was fragmented, and to draw forth miracles out of the fabric of the unseen. Allow yourself to be a vessel in this sacred flow, knowing that with each conscious breath, you alter the landscape of your soul and, in turn, the greater world around you. Chapter 30, The Legacy of Luck. As you follow the unfolding narrative, picture Harold, a beacon of light in the tapestry of life. His journey has been one of transformation, an embodiment of the wisdom he now carries. You watch as he stands on the familiar crossroads of a bustling village where paths intertwine like veins in the earth's surface. Harold's eyes, once cast downward in uncertainty, now lift with confidence and quiet assurance. From his perch amongst the commotion, Harold recalls the sacred dance between belief and reality, a dance that has lifted him to unimagined heights. His tale takes a new direction, for he understands that true legacy is not held in solitary triumph but in the echoes of inspiration left to others. There is a young man, Jonathan, gazing wide-eyed upon Harold. Jonathan seeks, as you once did, understanding of the invisible forces that guide our fate. Come, Harold beckons, with an inviting warmth. The young man approaches, eager to learn the mysteries held within. Harold's presence itself acts like a lighthouse, guiding the seeker through the fog of life's challenges. You see, Jonathan, Harold begins, the greatest fortune lies not merely in personal success, but in the fortune we create for others by our example. His words weave a tapestry of tales, starting with his own transformation captivating Jonathan. Nearby observe Agnes, a gentle spirit whose own heart brims with tales of growth. She understands the sacred duty of mentorship, drawing on her experiences to guide others. Agnes once stood where you stand now, uncertain yet seeking. Her life shifted when she opened her heart to guide others through the principles she embraced. In their village, Agnes gathers those like Jonathan, thirsty for knowledge, yet unsure how to quench their soul's desire. She shares wisdom in her gentle manner. Her story's a reservoir of hope and direction. Those who listen see their lives shift subtly, like leaves adrift on a gentle breeze. You comprehend that both Harold and Agnes understand a simple truth. Your successes and insights, when shared, become a catalyst for collective growth. As you internalize their journey, commit to this practice. From today, aim to extend the gift you have received, inspiring others by living your truth. Practice this commitment as you leave this chapter. Identify someone in your life ready to awaken. Share your wisdom, your practices of luck, allowing them access to the reservoir of transformation. Thus, your journey becomes not only an individual tale of discovery, but a shared odyssey, weaving the fabric of a world touched by collective abundance and joy. If you enjoyed this audiobook, I created a free ebook version for you. You can download it using the link in the pinned comment. Conclusion. As you stand at this threshold where the path of your journey meets the vast landscape of your potential, feel the gentle nudge from the wisdom of ages urging you forward. Luck, you have come to understand, is no fickle deity but a companion of your own making, forged through intention and nurtured by your unwavering beliefs. Imagine each morning as a blank canvas, ready to be painted with the colors of your choice. Your thoughts, those whispered seeds of potential, once dormant, now pulse with vibrancy. Feel the rhythm of the universe as it dances in unison with your desires and dreams, its steps predictable and yet infinitely adaptable. This is your maestro's baton to wield. Integrate with awareness the teachings of your passage into your daily rituals. Here, time-honored practices become the soil from which your gardens of abundance sprout. Mindful reflection, gratitude, and the generosity of spirit act as the waters that nourish these gardens. In the quiet moments as dusk settles and the world turns inward, reflect on the endless nature of subconscious reprogramming. The mind, like a river, constantly carves new paths, shaping the fabric of possibility. Each thought is a ripple, echoing the infinite potential of your being. Recognize that within these currents lies the power to transform lives, the undercurrent of love and faith mirroring the celestial tide. Commit, dear seeker, to continuous growth. In the crucible of challenge and change, discover strength unparalleled. Cultivate a heart of gratitude and acknowledgement that each moment, each interaction, holds the key to unlocking further mysteries. Let generosity spill forth as naturally as the streams fed by mountain springs. Your legacy is carved by the echoes you leave in others. When clouds of doubt gather, remember that your fate dances to the tune of your thoughts. With intention, rewrite the melodies that guide you. With faith, trust the syllables of possibility that the universe whispers, even in silence. Walk with love as your compass, each step a testament to a life aligned with the unseen, but keenly felt laws that bind the cosmos. The path before you is vast, uncharted, yet deeply familiar. You are the author of your journey, pen in hand, crafting a narrative of intention, joy, and abundance. Embrace this adventure, for the universe awaits your command, a waiting canvas for your dreams and desires, limitless in scope, yet intimately yours to shape. If you enjoyed this exclusive audiobook, I handpicked this next book which will change your life.